my name is Ballistic Impaler, and welcome back to your local erotic bakery. Today I'm going to be talking about Kero the Wolf again. I don't think I can continue talking about him for very long, because this video basically is him just leaving again. So he uploaded 3 videos, then left. He just made everybody angry, and then left. Why? Was he just that desperate for attention? He says he's getting closure for himself, he's leaving on his own terms, but why? He's just saying that he's a victim of cancel culture. He's literally made a video saying, I'm back. He made a video about cancel culture, and then he made a video saying, I'm leaving, bye. So basically, he's trying to pass off what he did as cancel culture. So people getting mad at him for doing inappropriate things to animals is cancel culture in this man's eyes. It's like if after World War II, Hitler was like just an average citizen, and people were mad at him, and he's like, I don't understand, I guess I'm just a victim of cancel culture. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked already explaining what's going to happen in the video before it even happens. So without further ado, let's start getting into the video. I'll play a clip of what he says, and then I will bully him.
Asked the real questions when I came back. Besides one person that I saw, and props to him, he was actually neutral on the subject. He was talking.
Okay, so he says that nobody asked the question when he came back. I mean, I feel like everybody did, because that question can be summarized in one word, which is why. Why are you back? Nobody asked for this. I did watch the videos talking about, and he basically did ask why. That is the question, and everybody asked that question. And then he congratulates him for taking a neutral stand, but he doesn't deserve a neutral stand in this case. I mean, he got an FBI investigation, so that basically means he did something wrong. You don't just say, FBI, man did bad thing, investigate, and they're like, okay, got it. No, it requires like serious issues in order to get an FBI investigation, so. And yeah, even if he was proven to be innocent, the legal system is not 100% accurate. Even if he was proven to be innocent, I still don't believe it, because there's pretty hard evidence of him actually doing it. Plus, there's also evidence of the legal system being wrong and making people who are innocent guilty and guilty people innocent. Making me firmly believe that he's guilty, and so my bias is towards him being guilty. I also don't have any problem with anybody being neutral, I just have problems with people supporting him. Because those people just believe him. He says, I'm innocent, so they're like, cool, glad that's all cleared up. You need to check the laws in his state. You also should see what makes someone eligible to be investigated by the FBI. Just if I go to fbi.gov/investigate, the FBI says they investigate terrorism, counterintelligence, cybercrime, public corruption, civil rights, organized crime, white-collar crime, violent crime, and WMD. Basically meaning that he had to do a crime on that level in order to be investigated in the first place. And this is like actually something he did, and this has to have at least some proof of any of one of those crimes in order for them to investigate you. He also said that that's a real example of a content creator. I didn't clip that part because I'm stupid, but I could edit it in, of course, but I'm lazy. But anyway, he said that's a real example of a content creator, so I'm not a content creator. And basically everybody on the platform isn't, because nobody's neutral, except a minority of people. Actually, that means he's not a content creator, because he's extremely biased toward himself.
Thank you for proving my point. I had a lot of regret in not saying anything when I left the community. I was essentially forced off, I was confused, and just in general, really hurt.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
You were confused. That is not something you do in a state of confusion. I was just confused. I accidentally had sex with a dog. That just doesn't make sense. I'm honestly glad you were hurt for getting kicked off. That's great, honestly, because you weren't unjustly kicked off the platform. You did inappropriate things to animals, and your punishment was getting kicked off and rejected by everybody. Good job.
Back to say what I needed to say. I needed closure. I knew me coming back would get a lot of attention. And, between the two videos, my goal was to get 100K. And boy, did I surpass that with flying colors. Did I surpass that with flying colors.
Honestly, the only thing I can add is that his only goal in doing this was 100k views. Basically, him admitting that all he wanted was attention in doing this. That is literally the most disingenuous way I can think of having closure.
This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the biggest figureheads in our community promoting those videos. I want to thank Majira and Beta for helping promote my videos. They got tons of views and the message got out there. I wanted to have people hear my side of the story, and I also wanted to tell people to stand up for themselves and the fandom when it came to cancel culture. And with over 130,000 views and climbing, I would say I achieved my goal.
So I want to start by talking about the two people he mentioned, Beta and Majira. I don't know that much about Beta. The person I mentioned in my last video, who I said, I hope he's my friend, I don't know, that was Majira. And what I know of Majira is that he said, after the initial tweet, Majira said, I normally just stay quiet on Twitter, but today was too personal, I'm sorry. And then on Discord a little later, he said, on top of all this, full transparency, I've been struggling with a lot of depression, and it's been pretty bad for the past 3 months. I'm actually saying this because Majira actually showed that he cared about the friendship that they had, while Kero is easily able to throw it away for a few extra clicks and views. No, I'm probably oversimplifying it. I mean, I'm not either of these people. I still feel like this is my interpretation of everything. So it could be completely wrong. Take that with a grain of salt. Next, he tells people to stand up for themselves in the fandom, but they shouldn't do that when they're defending somebody who does inappropriate things to animals. For someone who's done an entire video on cancel culture, he really needs to learn what cancel culture is. In the next section, he apologizes to Kyle, saying, I may not like you now, but I lost control of my emotions, and that's what caused me to say those horrible things about you. And him actually saying that, it just proves that this guy is hot-headed, he doesn't think before he acts, and that it makes his personality more believable that he would do something inappropriate to an animal or two.
I lost control of my emotions.
Just in case people thought I was lying. Anyway, I'm gonna move to the next point. He makes himself try to sound like he's the higher man in the situation. Like, oh, Beta, I outplayed you. I was playing 4D chess while you were playing 1D chess. It's like, that's kind of what he was trying to make himself sound like, but it was just kind of sad because he was like, you could have taken the high ground. You could have made the right moral choice and just left it as it is, but no, you had to give me more attention, which played right into my trap. It's like, okay, I don't care. It's stupid. It's just him explaining again that he wanted views, so he tried to make it so he would get more attention.
A gatekeep in this community. You're in no position of power. Neither is Majira. You're just two people who get over emotional really fast. I lost control of my emotions.
You are one person to speak. People are trying to gatekeep you, but what makes you have more authority over them? Hmm? Tell me, why do you think you're more important than every other human being when you're actually below every other human being? Like, that's just a fact. It doesn't matter what race you are, what gender, it doesn't matter. It just matters if you're either Kira the Wolf or any other human being ever. Also, literally, right after you say you lost control of your emotions, you make fun of people for being too emotional. What the heck? That is so hypocritical. Bro, now he's talking about private army and class divisions. He wants to make the furry fandom great again, so he's gonna just go become communist, I guess, because furries aren't allowed to have uneven subscriber balance. Every furry must have the exact same amount of subscribers.
If I can reach out to someone and make a difference, I'm glad. I achieved my goal in that.
The only people who are getting inspired by you are the people who also enjoy to have sex with animals. You're inspiring them to realize, oh, if I do this, then I can just say, no, I didn't, and then I won't get caught.
Thank you for proving my point.
No, if you did what I told you not to, and if you watch the video, then you should notice that I'm only 3 minutes and like 39 seconds into the video. That's like 8 minutes. And you're probably wondering, what am I going to talk about for the rest of the, like, I don't know, 5 minutes left in the video? And basically nothing. I mean, the rest of the 5 minutes is basically just advertising. He's like, oh, I'm going to upload Patreon things, so go support me. I promised to upload videos of me doing inappropriate things to animals. I mean, what? No, you'll only get to know if you look at my Patreon. He ends with saying he's not going to be Kero anymore, but he'll always stay in the fandom, being in one form or another. Most likely, he'll remain in the fandom as a sign of what not to do when existing. He also says, oh, stand up to your bullies, generic cookie cutter shit that everybody says to try to make themselves look good. Nothing, like, original at all. He's probably reading from a script while saying this. But, if you would try to stand up to me bullying you, then I can just ban you. That's not. That you can't just be like, you know what? This ballistic impaler guy, he's really bullying me. I'm gonna speak up in the comments. I can just delete your comment. It doesn't matter. You have no authority in my dictatorship that I own on my channel. I don't delete comments though, unless they're being racist or something. Then I will. But it's I'm just saying it's realistic to not expect that to work, because if you're like, imagine going into a search and destroy lobby and then some guy's like, oh, your aim is actually garbage, and then you just say, that really hurt my feelings, could you please not do that? Of course they're gonna bully you for the rest of your existence. Like, if this guy sees you, you're like, oh yeah, you're the guy with a garbage aim. Like, this guy will never let it go. If you say that, you will just get bullied more for standing up. You have to know the situation to do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't stand up against bullies, but I'm saying you should know the right way to do it, which he does not tell you how to do, and I'm not going to tell you how to do, because everybody resolves bullying in different ways. If you want to look it up, then that would probably be the best option. So, don't listen to his word, or really mine. My channel is just bullying people on the internet. That's what it's always been. So don't take advice on how to stop bullying when all I know how to do is bully people. I used the bullying to destroy the bullying. Because this is a special video, I thought, a good way to wrap it up is to read the comments on one of his video, because my video usually had supportive comments. By the way, I'm just gonna stop real quick and say thank you so much. 1.2k views on that video. That is like half my channel's views in that one video. And 51 likes from what I've seen, and I think 11 dislikes. That is just amazing. I'm so glad that so many people agreed with something that I was saying, because I never thought anybody would agree with a word that I said. And my channel jumped from like 16 to 35 subscribers, so that is just amazing. My That Vegan Teacher video got like another 15 views. It just means a whole lot to me. Also, if you're wondering why my voice like fluctuates a lot, I don't know either. Sometimes it's really deep, sometimes it's higher, so if you notice that my voice is higher this time, I can't control it, I swear. It just does this. If you're wondering where this amazing gameplay is from, it's from my Twitch. I actually streamed it earlier today. I got Hollow Knight. I enjoyed a lot. So if you want to watch me play, go to twitch.tv/ballisticimpaler. It's the same as my YouTube, just with a all lowercase. Anyway, time to get to the comments. Nightmare Official saying, these are really good questions. What? These are really good questions. What do you mean? It's just, there's one question. This has to be like a toddler. I refuse to believe that this is a fully grown adult. This has to be somebody in like preschool. There's no way somebody's like, these are great questions. There's one question that's one word, and it's why. That's not a very good question. Let's see, this one he arted by Ange Garados. Damn, I'm upset. I did not know he posted new videos until right now. How dumb of me, watching the older vids and commenting first before I watched this one. No, I did not start crying when Kero put on. Kero? That's weird. I did miss that cute floofer. Kuro's made a lot of good points. It's sad to see this story unfold like it has. I'll miss him again. No, I am not rewatching this just to hear Kero in a suit say he loves us. You have no proof of this. No, I'm not crying. It's just raining outside. It's the rain you're hearing. No, I am not sobbing into my pillow seeing Kero hearting my comments on his last 3 vids. Someone tell me to go to sleep. It's been an emotional roller coaster day, and I've got classes to live through tomorrow. Oh my god, this kid has to be like 7. You know what? No, he hasn't even been born yet. He's a fetus. I refuse to believe any child who was born has this low of an intelligence. I mean, he did use the naughty word damn, so he must be an adult at this point. We all know it. It's like, oh my god. He made a lot of good points. He just bullied people for like half of it and then said, "Don't bully people, kids. It's not cool." Oh, man, that one's kind of upsetting. I just realized that there's a lot of content I could get from this, so I might just make a separate video of me reading the comments. But I'm gonna read one more, and that is from some guy I don't know how to pronounce, but he said, I appreciate that you admitted to being an asshole for views. Very cool. I like that comment. You know, I actually would subscribe to this person